Kamo, medyo ka lang, I know some of you, kaya balo na ani. Basic. I'm sure kaya balo na mo ani. But, katong mga nahibalo na ako i-review. No? Katong, wala pa kahibalo, atong tunan. No? As I am telling this to you, I'm also learning. Okay, dili pa po yun ko ingon nga kanang hawad na dyan kayo, no? Dili pa ko multi-millionaire. No? Millionaire, but not yet multi. No? Kay, ang multi mo para sa ako, wala sa level of around, siguro mga 20 up million. And then, gusto pa ko maging multi-billionaire. So, imagine ka na goal. No? Kaya wala may limit sa goal. There's no limit. Now, when you limit your goal, and then, you hit that goal, then you go, wala man. Because that's not yet the goal. So when you set goals, set big goals. No, anyway, success, no, muli akong isa ka learn about success. Success depends upon the person. We don't have different, the same levels or definition of success. Lahi ta. But anyhow, failure has only one meaning. Panayatanan isa lang. Kung sa tanang failure is an inability of the person to achieve his goals or her goals, whatever it may be. So kung natin goal, ano mo na-achieve, naging failure ka, di ba? But success, depende. Kung mo is to become a teacher, you go to the school every morning, you teach your kids, and you're happy, you earn some form of a living, and you're happy, and to you, that's success. Ang one is that if I will gain around 1 million savings in my savings account, and I will have my stable job, that's success for me. That's very good. But you know, brothers and sisters, the most important thing that you have to remember is what happens to you when you pursue your goal. It is not about the goal. It is about what you become. Amen? So as long as there's a very high goal and you keep on pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, even if you don't get it, you have already become someone by pushing up your goals. And probably to others, they will see it already as success. Even if to you, you're not yet ending it. Something you know? I think there's a familiar story in Facebook. Nakita na ninyo nga there's this very big rock and somebody was pulling it up. Push. And then he said to God, Lord, sama ni Lord, di magiging mairog. No? Ngayon lang but look at your muscles, your patience, your perseverance. It grew and became stronger and better. You became a better person even if you were not able to move that rock in your life. No? Don't be afraid of obstacles because obstacles is always part of the way. No? If there's obstacle, bring it on because it's part of the way. So pass through and become a better person. So there are 5 F's. No, 5 lang, 5 F lang when we talk about financials. So number 1 is financial income. Number 2 is financial share. Number 3 is financial expenses. Number 4 is financial debt. And number 5 is financial growth or grow. So kano na siya? No, ISEBG. 5 basics. So we go to financial income. Asa man gikan ang income? So 3 things. Job, business, investment. Mo ni siya ang basic ha? That's why I'm teaching you basic. Pag doon na mo mga advanced mga financial education, may mga advanced na topics, no? Nga mo go beyond job, business, and investment. There's what we call number 4. Do you know that communication can cause income? Tama? By using your mouth, you can grow income. No? That's why there are vloggers. They talk. And then somebody subscribe, then they earn income. Talking can cause income. Now, right now, I'm giving you talk. This is for free. No? But, who knows, I will no longer give this for free. Okay, you give me something for it. But because this is community, that's why I offer it for free. So for community talks, all of these talks are for free. But talking about financial literacy is not free in the internet. This is some basics, no, na very important. And do you know that there's the fifth, the highest form of earning income that can earn you billions of pesos in your life? You know what is that? Imagination. Yes. Do you know where the computer industry, Apple, iPhone came from? The imagination. When Steve Jobs was looking at the computer of Green and applying his calligraphy knowledge in school, he said, why not make a computer with very beautiful font? And became the breakthrough of computer. Kung sino gigamit? Imagination. Do you know that the grocery push cart became push carts? There were no push carts during those times. There was this person who owns a grocery store, and he saw a chair, and out of his imagination, he said, what if I will put some wheels on the chair where a basket is resting and make it as a push cart, and grow became a very big business of supermarket using push carts. Imagination, di ba? But, basic lang sa ta, job, business, and investment. So, dihagikan ang ato ang financial income. Okay. Kung saan mo na ito nga mahimong dato by only looking on those three things nga gikan sa atong income. Simple. Nga dito. The golden rule. Ingon niya. Spend less and less than you earn. No, ganong pobre man ang tao. Kung naghang pobre because they spend more than they earn. Simple. I read this book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Yung dito, sa isa sa mga storya dito, sorry, it's not there. It's in a different book. The Richest Man in Babylon. I read that book and then it said there, what happens if you have 10 eggs a day and you eat only 9? After a month, what will happen to your basket of eggs? It will be filled with 30 eggs. Because every day, your basket will contain 10 eggs from your farm and you eat only 9. And so, after a month, you will have 30 eggs. What happened after a year? You will have 365 eggs. Simple mathematics. That's the very first basic of finance. Spend less than you earn. So, that's actually the rule of 10%. So if you earn 1,000, you keep 100 every week. For example, you keep 400 in a month. Tama? And you get to save 4,800 in a year. Kids up to 25 years old rin? Si Daryl, 25. So 20 years from now, at the age of 45, at 4,800 a year, how much would that be? That's around 100,000 savings. Straight computation without inflation, blah blah blah, di ba? Very simple. Kinsa man din ang savings ng 100,000. Wala, di ba? Listen pa na, wala po kabot diha. Why? Ano wala man ka ng kabot diha? Because you are not following this very simple rule. Very simple. Spend less than you earn. That's why you did not have savings yet. Because you spend more than you earn. Di ba? Ingon sa akong amigo ni Chinky, ingon ni Kuya Chinky, ingon ni Kuya Chinky, ang financially free is you have a savings of a year of your income monthly. Meaning, if you are earning 20,000 a month, you have a savings of 240, you are financially free. If wala kay utang. Why? Even if you lose your job today, you still have 12 months to live your normal kind of life. Tama? Rich people have 5 years of savings. So if you have 20,000 income in a month, you have, how much is that for 5 years? 1.24 or 1.2 million, right? So kung doon lang kayo 1.2 million sa imong savings, you are already rich. Because even if di ka magtrabaho for the next 5 years, you will live your life of 20,000 a month. Tama? So how are you going to accumulate savings? This one is very simple formula. No? Spend less than you earn. It's a credit card rin. Ano? I decided to shred all my credit cards. I am a person now who is not dependent on credit cards. Because sometimes, even how mature you are, you get tempted. But I'm not, wala na akong ginapuntra ang mga kasi mga banker na. That's my own way of doing it. And I put my investments in a cooperative. No? Because sa cooperative, if I need money, I will loan my savings. Diba? Kaya gitawag yung loan against deposit. So, ang akong savings, hindi mawala. But I have utang. Anyway, I will just pay it little by little in na. So if I will buy a phone, I will accumulate money, put it in my co-op, I will loan it, and buy the phone. And then I will pay the co-op, like paying credit card. While I'm paying the co-op, I earn patronage fund, and my money is not taxed because it's part of the share capital. So every year, it will earn dividends. Very simple. Later, the-advance ako, no? That's part of the basics, no? Of this financial basics. No, simple na mga technique. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 is financial share. No? Always remember, to become wealthy, don't forget this principle number 2. F2, share your finance. How do you share? Tithes, donate, give, and support. No, why? Because mo na yung golden rule dito sa atong first part, di ba? Tithes should be your priority because this is the will of the Lord for us. No? Now, I also learned one thing. Because I was a teacher before, I teach physics. No? This is what I don't know if you're familiar with the Newton's law of motion, the third law. Tingnan dito, for every force that you exert comes an equivalent force. The same in magnitude but opposite in direction. So if the force is give, the return is receive. Tama? So when you give, there will always be receive. Always. Take note ha. Take note on this. Ay, mo kalimutan it. Importante nyo kayo. Kana nga law is a law of nature. It's unbreakable, unchangeable, irreplaceable. No? Muna siya ang law nga hangtod, mga matay ta, kung mga anak, kung mga generation to generation, dili na siya mausap because it's a natural law of nature. That for everything that you give, there will always be something that you will receive. Automatic. That's law. Principle. Like the law of gravity. No? Ang ita mong tao, ang nilukso sa building na nilutaw. Wala dyan. Hulog dyan na pirmi. Because that's a law. Like this law of the force. No? That's why giving is good. That's why I changed my attitude already. Sa una, kanang kaon-kaon sa mga restaurant, kinagami ang pisa ako ng puniton. No, ano, hatag mo na sa waiter na sayang na, di ba? Ipliti, para ko. But this time, I'm thinking of giving it to them. Because they might be looking for money than I am. And by giving it to them, I make others happy. Because another law. It is not how happy you are that is important. It is how happy others because of you, which is important, no more important. But don't forget yourself. Ayaw kalimot. Kaya na naman mo ilod dihaga, you cannot give what you don't have. So love yourself first. Busuga sa imo kaugalingon. Kaon daghang samgyupsan. Kain sa kanya para ipanghatag nimo sa uban ang imong naa sa imo. Okay, but don't forget to give. Big giving, big giving. Usay mingon ka nga sa mga tawhari, dagko kay mga lawas iba nasa kalsada, mga bitbit og bata, usgan ka iba. Pangitag trabaho eh. Well, anyway, if you really can give, if you won't give, di na lang ka mo ingon. Ingon na lang, no. Or you give. Ayun na lang ang story na. Kasi niya patintlan na lang. So no is no, give is give. Okay? See, that's it. Number 3F. Okay. Financial expenses. Muna yung pinaka-importante. Unsa ang golden rule? Keep wants to a minimum. Na unsa ang atong kailangan? Needs and wants. Satisfy all your needs. But keep your wants to a minimum. I want a brand new car. Wow! Kaya wako magay pampalit. Ayaw lang sa. Oh. Ayaw sa. Need lang. Unsa man imong need? Food, shelter, clothing. Oh, lang sa. Load. Ha? I want you. Wala man ay gasto. Ang lahat ng roses o chocolates na. Pero ayaw. Di ba kailangan ng roses o chocolate? Bukas ba ang kailangan? Alright? Okay. Number 4. Financial debts. Kani atong istoryahan. Mortgage, credit cards, car loans, etc. So kung sa ganyan ang ingon dito, ang golden rule is live simply. Be simple. Pero wala sa nag-ingon nga, live simply nga kanang mediocre. Wala po siya nag-ingon. Kaya kung pareha sa amo, simple ba na sa amo ka nang mag-dinner sa restaurant, o simple ba na sa amo, ang extravagant sa amo ka nang matumi o Marco Polo, dito may mag-dinner. Makaya man, ang imong iwan. Pero simple na, ato lang sa Rojas, sa barbecuehan, no? Diba? But sometimes, of course, we reward ourselves, no? With good food, something like that. Okay, talking about credit cards, mortgages. Ang pinakadako nga sakit sa Pinoy, I'm sure, I hope dili mo yun nani, mag-birthday, mag-utang. Kahit ihanda sa utang, ay sa birthday. Sorry. Diba? Maski magbili kaya. No? Magpista sa barangay para na ihanda, mangimbitar, mangutang. Maski magbili kaya. Take note. Pag mangutang gani mo, scribble your income, scribble the excesses and how much you can pay. Never create a debt you cannot pay. Why? Because there is a secret law of nature. Na katong tao nga dili mo bayad og utang, malisdan jud sa kinabuhi. I don't know. But I think it also follows the principle of giving and receiving. And you take something you don't pay. Even if wala nag-ugtas ang nagpautang ninyo, wala naningil kay daghan siya, but the fact na nangutang ka, wala ka ni bayad, na siya ay negative effect sa imuhang energy, sa imong spiritual flow. Yung lisod mo sulod ang cash. So settle all your utang. Ayaw dyan yung pangutang, kaya dili dyan siya maayo. Now, how do you settle a debt? Now, man nga, yan, ako sabi kong utang niya ba niya. Maulaw naman yung sa kong utangan, kaya hindi na yun ako mabayaran. I don't believe you can't pay a debt. For example, nakag-utang na po. Kung pila na ka months or years na nimo ang atubang ng tawana, to transform your life, at tuwan ito, and settle with him or her. Brad, nagpag ko na dyan ko, 2024. Pwede ba nang utang na ko sa imo, bahiran ako na o 100 kada semana? Hindi, nakatuloy pa impas, Brad. Baka 10 years po. But, di ba? The intent of the paying is there. But if mayon siya, sige, okay na. Gcash ko kada semana o kag 100. Hantod nga maimpas sa imong utang for 10 years. Kaya ba ka, by even the act of doing it, of the paying, energy will come to you. And more blessings will come to your life. Because you remove a barrier to the road towards riches. Okay na paying na. Katungin ko na ako nga credit card, ako mo na-realize, I'm also, dili ko perfect ba? Naging victim po ko sa credit card. No, because before, doon na may business, o giagi na lang sa credit card, no, and then ang akong business na down. So, because of the pandemic's effect, no, epekto sa pandemic, nabinlan ko utang ng mga around 3 million, no? 3 million yata ang utang sa credit card. Almost more than 3 million na utang. And, pagtigil siya kadako nga utang, but I settled with a card company and then nagbayad ko. Sige bayad. And then later on, na-discover na ako ang beauty of cooperativism. Naging member ko sa isa sa mga cooperatives na Davao. And then, na-realize na ako nga, sa cooperative, na ako'y makuha ang benefit. Pero katong ginabayad na ako sa credit card, maski piso, wala yung balik sa ako ato. So what I did is, nagbutang ko og cash sa akong cooperative, kay naman ko na-accumulate nga income sa other sources of income. Nagbutang ko cash, akong ilon, ibayad ako sa credit card. So karon dito ko kubayad sa cooperative. But every year, doon ako'y patronage fund, na ako'y dividends of deposit sa akong share account. So, that's why I decided iunanin na akong strategy. So every time na doon na tayo purchase, whatever, huge purchases or whatever, hindi na tawag yung bank. Kaya wala man tayo makuha sa bangko in return. So last December, we purchased a truck. No, kaya naman kung ito trucking business, we have doon namin ka ng prime mover, no, sa Panabo naka-base. Kunya, nagaguyod mo yung mga trailer sa Panabo, no, nag-transport mo yung Santa Clara, Cargill, sometimes Cotabato, trips, kunya ka ng mga DICT na, mga namin truck din na mga trailers, napon may prime mover. So last year, nagdugang may isa ka unit, what we did is, namang ikwanta, na 1 million, so the 1 million, I put it in the cooperative. And then I reload it back, and then purchase the truck. So ang naikutang ron, ang truck company, hindi ako. So, because pag ako na sa business, hindi naman ako naging na-consider na ako. It's already a different entity. Although I own the business, but that's the business, so that's a different entity. So the business will pay for the truck. But my 1 million is still intact in shared capital of my cooperative. And it will earn income. Anyway, the truck will also earn income and balance na mabayad dito sa cooperative. So, hiwala na ako pag-strategize. Para maputol yun na ako dependent sa credit card. Ang problema mo sa credit card, sometimes hindi mo ma-overlook mo siya. Okay round na kung ma-manage mo siya, masikag bayad on the full amount. Pero pag magdako na siya, naganda yung mga hidden charges. Ingon pa ka sa legal, okay? Sabi, niyagi mong legal to, hanggang Mr. Jumali, talagang pag hindi ka magbayad, makukulong ka na, yung mga istorya ba, no? Ipapakulong ka, i-threat ka sa text ka, mo na rin akong last text sa imo, pag di ka, we will freeze your eyes, wow, hindi na makalas. Reklamo ka, dako naman kailangan, na-remember na ko, yung other na akong loan, sir, naman ko yung mga hidden charges, so, ikaw na lang sila mag-business. Sabi na, wala mo ko gina-discourage ang bank. That's their own way of doing business. But to me, my personal comment is like that. So, hindi na ko magaling ka. Tama na. So anyway, I can grow my money in a different way. Not with the bank. Not with the credit cards. Something like that. And then bank loans are very high. No? Bank loans are very high interest. Karon sa ko pagod pag trusted na ka, nakita nila nindot ang dagan sa imong business, they will trust you with more. Kaya categorize mo po dyan, po siya leveling. Okay? So that's it. So loans, so when it comes to loans, as I've said, do not loan a thing nga imo lang gamiton nga dili mo earn. Robert Kiyosaki said that there's no limit to capital. As long as you're a very trusted person, you can create a business without money. Now, by taking some loans. It's very risky, but only risky those people who are risk takers can succeed, something like that. If you don't like to take a risk, hinahinay lang. No? Pero gusto kang dali, big leap, you can take the risk immediately. Do it. Okay? So, suma total, the golden rule is, just live simply. Simple lang. No? Kung na kayo mga gusto buhaton, bucket list, na kayo mga gusto imo, na kayo gusto paliton, you can allocate funds, no? By doing the strategy of allocating savings and forgetting principal. So later I will add it up to my talk. Okay, so lastly is financial growth. No? To become financially stable, you need to grow your finances. Okay, so how do you grow your finances? Daghan paagi, no? Pwede man ka magtrabaho while working, you are growing your finances. No? For instance, I started in 2019, I think 2019, I started to buy stocks in the stock market. Although dili gyud siya yung anak ko. Ayaw kayo ka-overwhelm ka sa mga promise nga, pag makakuha ka sa stock market, nako, no, it's not really that big, but the act of putting money in your stock market is giving you some assurance in the future. No, kay mura mo kagahapon ka alam nagpalit og asset. No, because when you buy stocks in the stock market, you buy, labi na kung imong ginabay kanang ginatawag nila blue chips, no, ginatawag nila kanang big companies like Ayala, San Miguel, no, like SM, like Cebu Pacific, and all those things. Down with Cebu Pacific, no. So I started to invest in the stock market. I was able to come up with around $1 million after 4 years. Pero ang yung earning as siguro mga 30 to 40,000 annually sa share capital, sa katong profit share. No, dili siya yung anak kadako. But nevertheless, as long as naadiya imong stocks, hindi mo tandugon, you're a long-term investor. No, like me, I'm a long-term investor. I don't withdraw, I don't sell. It's just there. I just make it grow. It just grow and grow and grow and grow, and then maybe sometime, we don't know, by 4 years naman ko, maybe another 6 years from now, all of those stocks will already be green. No, and red mo na siya paglugi. No, and then sometimes, na po kayo mga wrong investment. No, like 2 years ago, I invested with Philinvestland. No, it was a bigger investment sa akong portfolio. Antod karon ko sa kabawi, but it's okay. Kaya dili man ko trader. No, long-term investor man ko. So there's a difference, no, between trader and long-term investor. Itong trader is palit sila kung sa itong hype, hindi ibalikan nila pag bumahal. Alam na, di ba? So, like, if you go to cryptocurrency, that's trading. So, I do trading a little bit, no? Day trade sa crypto. Pero wala kayo ko nag-invest. No? Siguro around, wala pa $500,000 ganit. No? Pagka Bitcoin, karani mo, sometimes, lugi. No, but, you know, kung doon na kay savings, I learned this principle from Robert Kiyosaki po, no, sa iyong mga books, sa iyong mga teaching, learn ako. Kung doon na lang kay savings, kaya ba ka over time, baka kang mudula sa iyong, kay time magod ang factors. That's why Warren Buffett is very rich, because he's already 98 years old, and he is still doing business. So, grabe ang iyang, imagine mabot kag 98, no? Imagine, bro, 29. Mabot ka og 90, bro, 60 years. Imagine kung gano'n, mag-start ka o 10% mag-save ka, hindi mo invest after 60 years. Imagine mo ang kadako sa value sa iyong investment. Because investment also is a factor of time. No, ayaw ka ng, sa finance, ayaw mo tuwa na ka ng, oy, maghatag ka ng 10,000, mayroong 20. That's not true. There's no such thing as that. That's a scam. Because the financial principle is not like that. Maximum even. Kita niyo ang cooperative, 7% a year income kagani ang iyang ihatag. Diba? 5-6 is 10% a month. Kung ang imo, kay gusto nimo 1,000 mo i-invest, after 3 months, may imo 100,000? Oh, sinuswerte. But there is like that, no? In some friends, kung kabalo lang ka mo basa, o trader po ka. No? For example, when pandemic struck, katong strike ang pandemic, Bitcoin reached up to 700,000 pesos per Bitcoin only. Imagine, 700,000 per Bitcoin during sa kasagsagan sa pandemic. Kung nakakay-kwartado ang time, and i-purchase ka of 5 million worth of Bitcoin, Bitcoin today is 2.5 million. Kapila sa dipilo? Sa 700. Almost times 3. You earn more than 15 million in just 2 years for Bitcoin. Kung iba ka, ha? Investment. Pero wala man kayo mga anak, so ginagmay sa ginagmay, so startups, small bonds, small dividends, mutual fund. Cooperative is also very good. No? Very good siya para sa inyo mga batanon nga namoy mga ginagawa investment or para mga family, no? Para mga kaya family mode of platform, sure win mo na. No? You heard about family, kaya mutual funds, Pro-Life, mga mutual funds, Manulife, mga mutual funds, they are good investments. Because over time, they will multiply. Dili mo malugi, dili mapundoy, dili mapobre. Nga naman, naka-invest na siya sa talang na platform. So kung malugi ang transportation, okay ang communication, magpatas-patas na sila, so mo-income siya. Diversified platform. It is good from your savings. Why? Later on, we will go to anong magkaroon kang iyong anak later. Okay, next, doing business. So like we do, we are doing business. No? Kami ni ate rin yung having business. Over time, you have na-master, na-manage na mo magkaroon ng construction business, at the same time, tracking business, and then we just started our hardware business, ginagmay, hinahinay, mga sibog, no? And then, we are eyeing to come up with a manpower business. I don't know if it will materialize, and then farming, we are starting with our farm. So, we are eyeing like probably having some farm business in next year or this year, early this year. So, yan naman, kung gusto ka mudato dyan, or masinso dyan sa life, you're working, ang iyong ka pagtrabaho, yung employment will not make you rich. If you depend on that. But, no? Huwag mo rin ang malimtan sa uban, wala magstorya sila negative about sa employment. Employment is not negative, it's very good. I tell you. Yung sila, trabaho, di mo ka madato, anak. What's wrong? From employment, you can be rich. As long as you develop good habits and you develop and learn the principles and the techniques of how to do it. Ngayon ako ganina, asa man ka mag-1 10% kung wala kayong trabaho? Well, where are you going to get your savings if you don't have income? Dili lang sa dayon-dayon, but, you know, the glory of money is like this. Oh, I don't know, but muli ako natunan. If you have money in your pocket and you grow it, it will attract more money. Believe me. That's true. O bitaw nga yun sa iyong mama, pag magregalo kag tutakan, nagputang yung kwarta. Kay magnet, inood na siya. No? I don't know, but there's some mystery about it. So I cannot follow. Okay, and then real estate, no? Ayan mga friend, ang ilang yuta, imbes na ibaligyan niya in full, ilang ipasublibay, develop nila, gine-develop, ibaligyan nila, mas dako ang income. No? And then you can also go to real estate business your own. Example, nagpuyo mo sa bangkerwan, namoy balay, naku kayo. Instead of living there, it becomes a liability. If you all cut it in half, leave your house, half of it, and half of it, bring it down into rooms and have it rented, it becomes an asset. The difference between asset and liability. So, when you buy some assets that will earn income. Find a way, no? And real estate is very good. Especially there is a city mo, rentas sa inyong lugar. No, pagkilahan ninyo yung mga property. If you buy a car and you drive it, it becomes a liability. But if you buy a car and i-enroll mo siya sa Grab, and then you have it roam around the city and work, it becomes an asset. It will generate income for you. So, ang iyong pagpalit, depende sa purpose. If you use it, it becomes a liability. If you invest it, it becomes an asset. So the technique is, to grow financially, you have to add more assets. Ang technique sa kaban yung nani, I want to buy a car. Kaya siya sa akong sweldo? Yes. Pero, maglisod ako, kailangan ko other ones. Okay. What I'm going to do is, I will buy a house. And I will have it rented. And the rent, I will buy another house and have it rented. Up to some time that all the rents can already pay me to buy the good car that I want. Something like that. That is making money slaves. Making money work for you. So don't keep on just working your own. O mananamay kita ako running for money. Employees are runners of money. You are running. And then you earn money. But you can always have a way of earning more. How do you do that? Ride a bike. It becomes easier because you have the leverage of the bike and then you earn more. You can earn more. Buy a car and then run faster and earn more. Like that. By principle, but you will always have leverage, and the leverage will cost. But if you will be able to put up the leverages, you can buy your house, to have rent, and this one have rent, this one have rent, invest. You can increase your income. Okay? That's the basics of it. Okay? And then, happy na tamaman. Papayalasin ko ni dyan. Sige. So let me teach you this financial formula. No? Generally, kita karon, I don't know if you agree, but most of us are using a very simple formula. Income minus expense equals savings. Tama? No? May sana man. No? Kung sa akong income, gasto ko na ko. Ang mabilin, savings. But more often than not, walay na ibilin. Mauna nga, walay savings. Diba? So atong balihon ang formula para na-adjoy savings. Kanilisod ni. But this is the ideal formula. No, for me, very ideal. Income minus tithes. Oh, because I'm SFC, I am CFC, I always prioritize tithes. So I get 10% of my income, I give it to my tithes. I deduct 20% as part of my savings. And the 70%, I will make a budget. Di ba ninyo ang word, ha? From the 70%, I will make a budget. Muna siya ang sikreto. Diba? Sige. So, karon atong buhaton, pahuman naman siguro ko, no? Dali naman yan. Atong buhaton is, kung na mo'y dala diyan ang ballpen, yung papel, kung wala mo yung cellphone, no, sa notes. Okay? Dayon, ilista ninyo tanan inyong monthly expense. Needs. Needs and needs. Needs lang, needs. Itong inyo yung bayaran. Needs.
Wala ang notebook kay Kuya Brian.
Kunya, tanaw na to kung bumangga ba siya sa inyong income.
Hindi kayo bumangga sa burat.
But, well, ayaw sa nang kuhan, ayaw sa nang times of savings. Kung mas mga tanong lang sa inyong expense. No, like, pamasahe, 26 days a month, 26 days a month. Ang pamasahe na ko, 15 pesos, round trip 30. So, 26 times 30 equals, mas kaputag na mo yung papel, kaya para, Mitch na kay papel yung extra, Mitch. Basig pwede nyo mo sila matagaan, nakalimot kong ingon bang magdala mong papel.
Oo na lang po eh.
Sige, sa phone na lang, sa phone. Ang music maestro. Music ang Tagalog. Tagalog to sila ang kuhan, kanang background music. I-capture nyo din yung tanan kay sayang.